Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech Focus Trending. And today we are going to discuss about React.js continuation part. My earlier videos already we have seen that, but first two videos we seen that React.js basic installation setups and folder structure, and the second video. And today's video, I'm going to provide a detailed discussion about components. We already discussed in earlier videos what is the basic setup required to run React.js applications along with the folder structure. After installing the React.js, we can see that what are the folders got created, and files and all. And we have seen one of the component called app.js also within our installation level. So only one component we seen, but in React have lots of bunch of components. Everything React will be created as a component based architecture. React is completely a component based architecture. Everything will be created as a treated as a component in React.js application, guys. So if you see any website while creating any web application by using React.js in a user interface, everything will treat it as a one component, guys. We can see header, we can see it in this image, we can see header, body, sidebar, footer, navigation, logos. So these are treated as a component. So everything in the React as treated as a component. It's a bit of component and component based architecture. We create one component and we can use that component within our React applications. What we have one base root component, guys, that is app.js. From there we'll navigate to different components, guys. In the single base application, we can maintain only one root component, base component. From there we can change our based on our content, we'll change the data into that particular component, guys. Like within the body level, content will be changed, so we display different kind of images, different content and all. So those will be treated as a components in the React.js level. Everything is treated as a components. So what actually component is core building blocks of the React.js application, where each component will talk each other. So one component will communicate to each other, means it will transfer data from one parent component to the child component, and it will use that parent component data within our another child component also. Right? It acts like inheritance process. We can say like a components will use. There is a in React we have different types of component, guys. So there we can say like components, like we can two types of components are there: functional components and class components. What is functional components and what is class components? So what is the functional components are stateless components, means basic normal JavaScript functions. Functional components in the sense only JavaScript function. There is no state with this functional components. It's a basic JavaScript function. We can write it, and we will treat it as a component in the React.js level. It will just take the properties as a data, and it will returns the HTML to render in the browser, guys. So it is just like stateless component. There is no state within. You should not maintain the state within the functional components. It comes to the stateful components. What is stateful components? In the React, stateful components is the class components. Like what wherever you're writing some ES6 notation class, by using class notation, we can write a component in React. So those will treat it as a stateful components, because this class components will use the state. Some use state method is there. Then we can discuss more on the state, how it use state and all in the later videos. So it will maintain the state in the class components. Is it will maintain the state, and we can use that state within our component, guys. So that's why we can call these as a stateful components, or class components are stateful components. Also, it will do, it will take the properties as a data, and it will returns a HTML to display on the browser. It's in the render method. So it is just like a complex architecture compared to the JavaScript function, guys. So functional components are just basic JavaScript functions, some arrow functions, we can say. You can use arrow functions also, write a functional component. So a basic normal function also we can write. So, but in the case of class components, we can write only the CS6 notation, class component, and extends with the React component. So what it will do, it will within the render method, it will return an HTML to display on the browser. Those coding level I will show in the next videos, guys. How to create functional components, and how to create class components, and how to display the data in the browser and all. So in this video, I'm just providing overview of what is the functional components and what is class components. how are differentiate between each other with each other, guys. So we can move to the next slide. See, what is the functional components? We already discussed. What is functional components are just simply JavaScript functions. We can create functional components in React by writing only simple JavaScript function. Same way, in the class components are little more complex than the functional components. Class components can work with each other. We can pass data from one class component to another class components. Already we discussed the same. There is no render method in the functional components. We already discussed same. It must have some render method. Class components have a render method, and it will use the JSX notation, guys. Also, there is a one feature called JSX notation within the class components, which is syntactically similar to the HTML, like XML kind of notation. It will combine both JavaScript and HTML, and it will renders the data in the browser, guys. This JSX we will see in the later videos. My next videos I'm going to provide the JSX after our coding part complete. I will provide the JSX also. So those we'll discuss on later, guys. Same already I told that stateless JavaScript functional components are stateless components. It comes to class components are stateful components. So also if we want to get the state within our functional components, there is a React higher version from 16 onwards. So the React is introducing on hooks concept, React hooks. So if you use React hooks, we can make our functional components as a also as a stateful, guys. So, but already class components are maintaining states. So we can write some different syntax to acquire to this class component to implement hooks, guys. How to implement hooks with the stateful also. So that we can see later videos. So today in this video, I'm going to show only the differentiate between this function and class components, guys. So hope this will makes understand to the about what is components and what are the types of components that React is providing, and what is the basic difference between these. And we can see this actual differential like syntactical difference. So you see, you can see here constant greet. I created a JavaScript function, JavaScript arrow function, not is a plain function. It's just arrow function, kind of a ES6 notation, constant greet arrow function with returning hi, I'm Mahesh. This is just like a JavaScript function, guys. One of the React function, we can say one component also. We can treat it as a this function. We can treat it as a component. So if we can see right side class, we can just say class component. Class greet extends React dot component. So it will run within the render method. We're returning some HTML to back to the browser. So this is the basic difference, syntactical difference between this functional and class component, guys. So functional is just like a small JavaScript function. If you go to the class, it's like ES6 notation by creating it as a like a class, guys, and with the render method and returning some HTML. So that's it, guys. That's it for today's video. In this video, I just provided what is component and what are the basic differences between the components. What are types of components are available in React, and what are the difference between these components. So in my coming video, I'm going to show the coding part for this functional and class component, guys. After that, we'll move to the JSX and hooks, React hooks and all. So that's it for today. Please subscribe to my channel, Tech Box Trending, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching my video.